10 seconds.
Let's take a look how this goes.
Yeah.
You want to look at blue side? I'll look at red. Nah, red's your team. I'll look at blue. See how my bros are doing.
Toggle DMS, toggle OBS, of course, every time. Looks like immediately red team is going to be running up, gathering supplies, obviously, of course, and they'll most likely see some quick cannons, I'm assuming, of Varsity, I like to see here, and then get some quick waters on the monuments before the cannons can get set up on the opposite side as well. Looks like Drome is doing just that, and they're also starting a quick staircase, sky bridge on the right hand side off that tower. So, fast start from them, and they're actually going to have a pillar up to that sky bridge as well with the ladders. So.
And this guy's bridging across, getting pretty far.
Yeah,
Looks
I don't
like
think
on
he's been
Varsity we have some similar intent to maybe skybridge over here, but
they still haven't turned
not
around.
stopping that guy at all.
Look
if
up,
you can
man.
knock them off and get that water, that's going to be a huge start. If you get that water, you get that tower down for a skybridge over there. That's really powerful, and it looks like we do have cannons over here to try and help do this.
Yeah, and really good play on the Drome's part, getting across quick, and that can be really big. Just that one little bridge, even though it's only one wide, but they have this safe water pillar up to the top with ladders, I'm assuming. This would be their fast way of getting back up on that sky bridge, and that can be really useful for them later on in the match. Hopefully, Drome, or Varsity, excuse me, will be able to take care of that relatively quickly, but they're starting their own sky bridge on the complete opposite side of the map, actually. Matapacker over here.
That's
well.
a really risky choice. And
actually, got a touch on the monument there. Now what's scary is this middle wall right now isn't water out there. It's not getting watered right now, but it's a little scary to have that complete open wall right there without having water. A bunch of cannons coming up.
Drome needs to do is they need to get rid of this water on this tower, and they need to start to cannon this, and maybe try and get a whip up in there. Like a whip really takes it out quickly.
Yeah, but Flashy here actually taking the skybridge for himself. So maybe they'll abandon that one on the opposite side, which it looks like they are. Yeah, they're breaking it. So they're gonna abandon that skybridge, take over Drome's skybridge, and probably try to hold it for themselves. But Flashy was naked, trying to go against some guy with.
We're getting an armor up there now.
Gold boots and diamond, everything else. So, been interesting right there.
Is this at height limit? I
don't remember.
Do not think so.
Who is the level? Genius PvP, aloha.
And again, we have someone in armor, of course, but they're just dropping down immediately. Yeah,
they need to really start fortifying up the sky bridge, getting several members up here so they can hold it and you really advance it as a long-term tactic.
There's a second person over here, right, who is hiding, and it looks like he's taking the opportunity of the armored player being there. Naked, however he is, he's dewatering this.
And the armored guy actually swam over, and it looks like they got the water. And there's one water source left, so.
If you're naked like that, you gotta get in, you gotta block yourself in. You're not gonna help the iron guy fight. Or the diamond guy.
Yeah, but the distraction is a distraction nonetheless, so it's a good try. Not a whole lot of cannons coming in from other sides. Yeah. Not a whole lot of cannons coming in from other side. I know there were originally some, but it looks like basically every cannon on the map got countered at some point.
Yeah.
So it's been interesting.
Drome's getting those water walls up though.
And they've actually managed to dewater Varsity's left-hand tower, so that could spell disaster, especially like what they're doing right now, where they're just carpet bombing. There's a whole lot of diamonds going to be gone relatively quickly here. So good job by Drome there, taking advantage of that situation. Looks like both teams going for. Actually, not even. Drome is actually really evolving their defenses right now. They're getting some heavy water up on the monuments, and the core is about to have this nice water job on it. They have about 6 minutes until gold core, so they have plenty of time to get those water defenses up. But it's definitely something Varsity should be thinking about relatively shortly.
Just quickly there, I was checking Drome Siege. Drome Siege at 63rd, but this is a lot better than I expected from 63rd.
They're playing very well. That quick sky bridge was a great play, and they're using it to their advantage, although they're not really holding on to it as well as I would like them to.
Yeah.
They're kind of just jumping off real quick, but Varsity, again, not doing a great job of trying to counter them in any way, really. They keep sending against solo players up here to try to have some crazy acrobatics to win the sky bridge back, but again, they're not even deciding to hold it as well. Looks like Mockingbach's building the whip over here on the
Yeah.
Varsity side, which, you know, that's a big, right in front of him. It might be a good call because right in front of him is a huge part of Drome's side that's unwatered, so might be able to get some, be able to get some damage done. And it looks like, oh, we have Jin over and actually able to complete the monument. So good job by him. They got the water
Jin
off and he
getting the
got some
whole
TNT
thing.
down. Yeah. So good job by him. And great start for Drome to this match.
Mm-hmm. It'll be very
And
interesting to see this win here because I believe this would actually be the first upset of the tournament.
yeah, it
if
could very well be. And Drome really just forcing over the Scar Bridge, and Metapacker able to take out Hayu. So hopefully they'll hold on to that Scar Bridge for a little bit. Just now getting some water up on their core Varsity, and he is actually getting shot. Oh, that TNT. Not gonna do anything, but a little funny nonetheless.
And you see the core defender using leaves over here too. It's very impressive. Like, these guys definitely planned something out. You can see where their water walls are. They're in a spot they planned. Everything is really deliberate here, and even if they're making little mistakes and maybe shot calling, that kind of set plan and going with it is the sign of a team getting better and getting towards that kind of higher part that we see, which is the latter part of breaking core.
Yeah, and it's certainly better than a lot of teams where having that set plan that you can execute in the beginning of a match. It really helps more than people think. And oh
that poor guy.
yeah, Lordy just kind of missed that jump and kind of ruined that opportunity. But that's okay.
Don't worry about it, Lordy. There are plenty of embarrassing streams of me doing things in matches.
Jin actually get another touch on this monument. Let's hop over here. See what he's doing. Not sure where he is. Oh, he's actually inside the monument while the defender is, and that might be that monument gone.
Jin knows what he's doing. Jin knows how to get this. He just needs to get rid of that water.
Which he might be doing right now.
Yeah, and that's gonna get.
That could be the whole monument.
2
blocks left. But wow,
yeah.
What? That's a great touch.
Do they even notice above him?
I don't know. But good job by him.
It looks like they're not.
Looks like they're about to. Yeah. Muckbuck Impact played yesterday and they won.
Yeah, the one thing he might have missed was to get the bottom blocks before setting off that TNT.
Yeah, but still, good job by him. Obviously, missed a completion, but a large part of it is gone, so it's good.
Drome's in a very dominant spot right now. If they start being more aggressive on Skybridge, they're going to be able to win very easily. But looking over here, we do see that Varsity is retaking control of that.
And immediately sent one down again. So they keep jumping off quick, flashy, trying to make something done. Maybe make some flashy plays.
Oh, Jin's comboing this full diamond guy very hard. No, Jin's naked going over to this full diamond, causing him to run away. Wow.
Flashy is a bit laggy.
Uh-huh.
But he's just blocking them through their base. Looks like he's trying to cross over, get to the other side, get to the other monument, where there's water all over the place, because, you know, of course, monument's watered, the towers is watered, so it makes movement a little more difficult.
I know Flashy is only now turning to fight. I mean, he got himself down to 2-1 hearts before actually taking on a fight against an armored player.
And interestingly enough, Drome actually staircased and walked basically a flat bridge, basically right across over to Varsity's left tower. So this could be their point of attack for the left monument as well, to get rid of those last 2 blocks. And he's dewatering their tower as well, so that could be huge. Right now, Drome just doing everything right, it seems like.
And Drone trying to send, or is our Varsity trying to send one across? Looks like they will get him, but he's very low and naked, it seems. Oh, is there a second one under? Parkway, there's a second guy under here, and he's actually grabbing armor from his tower. He's got to block himself in. Come on, dude.
And one drop down. Looks like he'll be running towards core. He's sneaking around the base right now. Not sure where he'll be headed.
To go for the core touch now.
Not sure where he's going.
He's going down to the base, and he's going for supplies. It seems maybe.
Yeah.
Is he? No, blatant disregard for the TNT test next time.
Ooh, Metapacker, able to get that completion. He actually got into the monument, placing TNT inside, and got rid of the whole monument. So, it's a good place for Varsity to be. They really need that completion to be back in this game, and that's where they're at right now. So, good job. Not 100% sure how he got over. I'm assuming the Sky Bridge. So, good job by Metapacker there to get that objective. Gumbot's still running around this base. He hasn't spotted, he's fighting, but now he's getting TNT down this cause some damage. Nothing too crazy, but again, any sort of chaos can really help your team because they're just going to be a little bit more disorganized on the defense, and it can open up opportunities for you to kind of take control or put up a push that they won't be able to stop. Who's this? We got XLR over here, back in this tower, sit by the diamonds.
And it looks like Drome is again pushing these kind of flat bridges on the side of the monument they need.
Yeah, and with only a couple blocks left, I mean, probably won't take very long for them to get this completion.
The one thing is they may want to make these bridges a little bit wider so they don't just keep getting shut off.
Yeah, but now we have 2 people up in this tower, and again, a naked and an armor. Although this guy probably could have armored up with his diamonds are next to him, but
this guy was the guy who I thought was armoring up a second ago. He mined the blocks, so hopefully we see him try and do that.
J-game player down here trying to take on the fight, and then the naked guy dropping onto the monument.
To get the objective. That's where having that diamond armor up there would have allowed you to take those few hits, knock him off, and then get the objective. Meanwhile, though, core touch for Varsity.
Yeah, just looked like he kind of walked over to the side and popped a block on the side. So good job by him. He got 1 block. Of course, the core is only 1 thick, so any block will leak.
And it does look like Drome does not have infinite water around their core. So that block spam, if it keeps coming at a pretty regular rate, is going to hurt a lot. Meanwhile, though, it looks like
any streaming information can be found underneath my stream.
We got 2 diamonds, and the objective is gone thanks to Jend.
But Madpacker coming back and getting some of that left monument for Varsity. Let's see where he's at. It looks like he's actually blocked himself in, and he's inside their monument right now. And might not be spotted. He blows himself up and doesn't get the completion, unfortunately. 4 blocks left for that monument.
Oh, and J player, it looks like the people who are on getting that monument are now starting to push for the core. And it looks like they may be trying to place blocks to dewater the core from above, which I think is a very good call for these earlier rounds, because it's usually harder to get a good coordinated push for some of these teams.
But Flashy also over on oh, he dies, but he was over on the Drome side, also getting a touch for their team. So this is a back and forth touch game right now. Not anything close to completion yet for the core, but Drome getting some work done on Varsity's core, getting block spam and stuff like that, trying to do water. Unfortunately, they weren't very successful, but it was good, probably by them. Good try. They're just kind of sneaking these players over, and they're kind of forming into a pack to get over to the objectives right now. And IOI back over in the monument, it looks like. This might be a completion, only a couple blocks left. Looks like, he was taken out.
Between 2 inexperienced teams, the idea of kind of stalemating out that monument for the whole match is maybe a little far-fetched, so we're probably going to see these teams trying to push for the core to win the game. Or maybe even just having the rest of this match go on kind of as a bit of a stalemate on the core with 3, 4, 5 people guarding it, and we could see a cool boom match, which would be nice.
Yeah, it'd be interesting, but we do have 45 minutes left in this match, so I'm sure there's plenty of time for teams to think up something, and it'll be interesting to see how teams handle this match as it progresses, especially as resources start to dwindle and, communication starts to get a little hectic or whatever as team goes on. That's what really proves the mettle of a team, is their ability to continue playing for long periods of time and still being able to maintain the form of a good team. Jetstream jumping down to Drome side. Looks like he'll be bridging. You can go right for that core, maybe. Does have a bridge right over to the core, so nothing really going to stop him immediately right now.
It's going to be really interesting to see how they try and do this. Parkway, in this situation, what would you do for each team?
For each team, as for Drome, I believe I would again go heavy defense on the core and try to set up a safe, secure skybridge that I could use, but not necessarily too aggressive with it. Just try to play defensively so we can stop, kind of slow down Varsity, because Varsity's gonna be going. If I were Varsity, I'd go pretty heavy offense right now, try to get back into this game with another completion, which looks like they're doing right now. Flashy and Jetstream's both on the core, and Flashy underneath, Jetstream's on the side, causing a distraction. So Flashy under here can get this funnel set up.
They're using that skybridge to get over, just like you said. So Jetstream's Varsity seems like they're making the better call there, whereas Drome seems a little discombobulated and only going over together in a combined way.
Yeah, and you know, Drome keeps sending those individual players over to these solo pushes. You know, it might not be the best idea. They might be getting touches and everything like that, but it might
Yeah.
not be set for a completion. Although they do have one player, right, two people underneath Varsity's core right now. We have Excelor and Hackett,
And
and
trying to
they're
make
getting the
that
funnel
funnel.
set up, but they're gonna get swarmed by a couple members of Varsity right here. So
Really, there's no
taking
idea
that.
why they're not solo pushing the water. Water is what you
Yeah.
can solo push. Everything else, not really.
Yeah, and we have some members of Varsity back over onto Drome's side. So this is a really quick back and forth going on right now. Drome keeps doing those solo pushes, and Varsity keeps setting up a little more organized pushes, it seems like, because they always have 2 or 3 members helping each other out, but they're never able to really quite get that completion. I mean, the core is difficult. No one, you know, there's no doubt about it, but maybe going for that completion on the monument where there's only a couple blocks left might be a better choice. So this way we can have a tie game, and they're a little more secure. And as I say that, Matapacker was actually in the monument, but couldn't seem to find the blocks as they were block spammed up. So it's gonna be tough for them to find those last couple of blocks. But if they get blocked into that monument, you know, unspotted, you know, they can probably just dig around for a while, find them. There's only a couple left. I believe there's 4 blocks left. So
That is one of the reasons we always talk against bulk in monument defenses. When you have that much block spam over your monument, it becomes so easy to mine in there. It becomes so easy to get those last pieces or a huge chunk if the monument is untouched.
yeah, and also, you know, you can get TNT inside of there, which can cause a lot of damage because there's not gonna be any water flowing around there. Now we do see something good showing Varsity's, I guess, solidarity as a team, where a couple people, 2 or 3 members, just grouped up and they got rid of all the block spam that went around their core. So that's a really good play because you don't want those funnels to get any more advanced. But again, 2 members of Drome back over here,
Right back
jumping out to
there.
the core. Yeah, it's like it's a constant barrage and onslaught from Drome right now, which is really nice to see. Only because I think like I said, I would play a more passive game, but maybe this really aggressive game is keeping Varsity on their heels and maybe stopping them from being able to be aggressive on their own, because they're
One
always
problem,
constantly worried about these players coming to their core.
like this block spam, you see, it's a good push together. 2 diamonds is pretty good to see here, but this block spam is gone in seconds. And
Yeah,
the water's
Varsity doing
being
a great
replaced
job.
under it. The water above is what's not being really
Snatty lamp.
replenished, and so that's what you should be going for.
Yeah, J Empire done taking that there, but again, good try. Again, the Varsity just doing a really good job of keeping this clean, and that's probably what's shown. Yeah, again, that's one of the little things that can really show the worth of a team, because that block spam really can be detrimental to your team, where when the Drome gets over, they can just use that like a quick bridge to the core without having to do it. And it's all about those precious seconds, as we always talk about, where it's like those seconds where they don't have to bridge to the core, or they don't have to, you know, ladder up to the top of the core for the water, or bridge pillar up, excuse me. It's those seconds that you're going to be able to stop them if they have to do those things again. So getting rid of that block spam, getting rid of the funnels underneath, and the bridges that they set up all around your base. Unlike Drome, where we could see a bunch of block spam around their core, this bridge from the side right to the on top of the core. So it's those little things where, you know, they may not be playing great right now, and Drome may be ahead in objectives, but Varsity, those are the kind of things where a good team will be able to like kind of lock down and maybe hold this core for a little longer. Whereas with Drome, this core keeps it's almost devolving in a way at this point, because every time Varsity gets over, they're causing a little bit of damage, not necessarily to the core blocks, but yeah, the blocks member, you know, trying to do water or anything like that, or to the base themselves.
Drome keeps pushing over and making no progress on the core. If you look at their core every 5 minutes and wait a little bit after those pushes to see how Varsity comes back from it, it looks the same. As opposed to, on the other hand, Drome's core is slowly becoming more and more a problem. We do have one member of Drome bridging over the water here. Hopefully he goes for the water.
Flashy dropping down below the core, below Drome's core, so he's over here as well, but I'm not sure if he's been spotted yet. And we do have one guy underneath the core trying to build a funnel, but he's actually taking that. That was Jetstreams. But Flashy on the side of the core right now, about to start drowning, huh? Better block in, buddy. Get a block down. There you go. Flashy almost drowned to death there. That would have been interesting, down to 3 hearts.
Yeah, and there seems to be some water that is not placed here for Drome.
Yeah, so if he can find that gap, that might be a leak, but he's got a ways to go right now. He's getting a bunch of touches, but
No, leak is a
nothing that's a
little bit
solid
further.
leak yet. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the in level with the floor. And thankfully now they're cleaning out this block spam and killing him.
Yeah, but a lot of damage caused. He got rid of a bunch of the core blocks themselves. So that's a big
Mhm.
thing, because if they can get back into that block spam or near the core, it's going to be a lot easier to find those holes and where the core is going to be leaking. And Varsity sending 2 people back up to the Sky Bridge, but Drome has their own member trying to run around over here. Be J game player trying to take on this fight with the 2 players. Oh, sorry. And Drome going for these quick flat bridges and staircases across the mid, so kind of abandoning that Sky Bridge and just using these as a quick way over, which has been kind of their MO for this whole game. Oh, unfortunate. I think that member of Varsity thought that was a full bridge and just kind of jumped to his death. So Drome kind of deciding to abandon that Sky Bridge, just use these mid bridges, and that's what's going to be the fast offense. Is the Sky Bridge is more of a slow, steady, secure offense, whereas these mid bridges are much faster, like a more bursty type of offense, where you're just kind of bursting over real quick, trying to cause some havoc, trying to cause some chaos, which it seems like they're successful in doing, but no, like we're talking about, no real progress on the core as of yet. Hi, Masker. Aloha. Alright, Drome getting rid of that mid bridge, it looks like, so. Interesting that they get rid of the bridge themselves. It's a good call, probably, so Varsity doesn't use it for themselves. But they're also still using this staircase, and this is kind of risky having this guy walk up here with one wide. Under bridge coming in on the right side by Drome, and IOI going right on top of him. Flashy in the core again.
Flashy going in for the core. It looks like we have 2 people, one armored, one non-armored, about to go for this monument as well.
Ruben is just kind of staring at Flashy there. Flashy taking now is going to get swarmed by 3 people. And let's hop over to this monument where we got some fighting going on. That was IOI. And looks like no one else. Oh, no. We have Jetstreams over here by the monument as well. Took some decent fall damage. Might be a little low, but he's going right for the core, it looks like. Or back towards the middle of the base so he can get up towards the core. And that's where this is where I find watching people that are good at offense fun, because they can find those openings and kind of, it looks like they're running around with their head cut off, but then they're back up inside the core, they found some weird path that no one thought of, or they kind of juked out the whole defense, and that's how they're going to get those, those touches, the completions. And Varsity has a couple of naked members over here. They have one inside the core and one dropping down top, 2 naked guys right now. One blocked in, not sure if he's been spotted, but he is actually just completely inside this core. Matapacker there. Looks like he may have been spotted, but that might have been the other naked guy, which was Walking Box. Not sure if
they can definitely hear that lava and they're reacting.
Yeah. Looks like he's stuck on lava in there, sounds like.
Seems like both teams often sending these naked players over who really aren't accomplishing anything.
Yeah, Matapacker burned to death there, unfortunately. Box again, coming back up naked. I mean, we always talk about, like, in scrims when we're playing ourselves, being naked is a bit unnecessary, only because it takes so little time to get geared up.
Little time to get that.
And especially in Terradus where there's iron blocks everywhere. If you don't want to just get a diamond, there are iron blocks all over the place, so it's really useful. There's really useful to get that armor on, and it's there's generally no real reason why you shouldn't. But again, we're seeing Matapacker and Flashy in the diamond armor, and Matapacker naked, coming across the Scribers, and they're gonna meet J Game Player, which is who he is trying to get rid of this large branch, but he gets knocked off before he's able to set that TNT off. So probably Varsity come over, defuse that TNT, and hold on to that little branch over to the core, which is a good thing for them because they'll be able to jump onto the core just as easily as Matapacker just did. And what he's about to do is block in and work on that, but he's been spotted. He'll most likely be taken out relatively quickly. Yeah, there you go.
Varsity still does not have that completion on that other monument. That is going to become a problem soon.
Yeah, Palapang needs to turn around because looks like Gumbod is just ran right behind them, and now he's running around their base right now. And it's these little individual plays that are really helping Drome here, because these guys keep getting over and finding themselves near the core somehow, and it seems like Varsity doesn't really know how they're coming or how to stop it. So it'll be interesting to see where he goes from here.
But again, until Drome really realizes to get the water, they're not going to be doing much of note on that side.
Yeah, especially with such an open core, how Varsity's been keeping it. It's going to be so easy to spot anyone trying to make any solo completions like underneath or anything like that. So it's going to be tough for Drome from this point. But another mid bridge coming in, another flat bridge actually getting taken out. They're not going to hold on to that.
And the defender Chronometheus seems to be blowing up all the blocks around the core. Killing himself in the process, but actually a pretty good call to get rid of that, because that was becoming a problem.
But this massive funnel on the bottom is still a bit of a problem, which is where probably Varsity's going to be targeting once they get in. And the sides of the monument, or the core, excuse me. Ooh, HoC.
Breaking it from the top, again, what is he meaning to accomplish here?
Anti-grav of the lava? Yeah, if we start seeing lava flow upwards, that'd be interesting. But most likely be able to be stopped, and that's not going to be much of anything besides just a touch. But going back to I was just going back to Drome's core, it's just these kind of like little side pockets that Varsity has dug themselves into over and over again. This is where they're going to be problems, because they'll be able to get in here and slowly work their way down. Especially, if we come right here, this lava source, if this can be found right here, this is really low down. And the only thing stopping it is this water source. So if they're able to find that, they only have to go about 2 blocks and have that be a leak. So it's a very dangerous position for Drome to be in right there.
I mean, again, it's really so easy to tell who's really doing better on objectives, because DDC is even more so than CTW about infrastructure, about the cannons on your side, about how you're cleaning up your core defense, about the water sources you have there. And on the one hand, we have this really nice, slightly damaged, but still pretty beautiful gold core over here. And on the other side, we have this crafting table monstrosity with a tomb risk growth on the bottom.
Yeah, Jetstreams is actually inside of this monument, and there he goes. He finally found the final block after dig around. So great play, individual play by him, because he just kind of soloed, went over there, dug in, knocked out a couple people, knocked away a couple people, took them out, and I was able to get that completion. So Varsity back in this game, tie it up. It's going to be just a core touch versus a core touch right now. So now the whole attention shifts to those cores, which is probably mainly on the cores before, but with that final monument being set in stone, it's nothing that Drome has to worry about covering or Varsity has to worry about attacking. So it's attention going to be back on this cores.
Right now, Drome seems to start block spamming to get that water. J-Gamer did some block spam. He dropped down. He's distracting the rest of the defenders, and we've got a naked member of them coming across. If Drome can get this guy to get some more of the water, this could be really big for them.
And at the same time, there's 2 members of Varsity over on Drome's side. One blocking himself in around the core, and the other one just fighting underneath it. Again, look at, there's so many lava sources that are so low right now. That looked like almost like a leak right there. This Mad Packer needs to break 1 block, and that'll be a leak right here. But he's fighting away this one guy. But there's so many lava places, so many places around this core everywhere where the lava is very, very low, and it's getting a little sketchy for. I hear lava pouring out now. I'm not sure where that's going, but I hear it leaking. Let's see, IOI. No, it looks like he's just gonna kill himself. Oh, that is GG. So that one of those sources eked out the bottom and was able to be completion. So GG. And I don't have to sing. Here we go, right here, right where Motherpacker was sitting. He managed to pop that open. Water source open, probably got a couple blocks down, broke piece TNT, and the lava flowed down and closed that out. That was a very good game.